You didn't leave the mall. You just stopped realizing you were in one. For most of the 20th century, the mall was a symbol of middle-class life in America. Clean, air-conditioned, buzzing with music and food courts, it was where families went on weekends. Teenagers loitered under neon skylights. Department stores were cathedrals of consumption. And then, like a switch flipped, they started dying. In just the last 10 years, over 25% of U.S. malls have shut down. JCPenney, Sears, Toys R Us, gone. Anchor tenants collapsed, foot traffic vanished, and entire suburban ecosystems hollowed out. But here's the twist. Amazon didn't just replace the mall. It rebuilt it, bigger, faster, invisible. Not as a place you visit, but as a system you can't escape. Today, Amazon owns the front door of online commerce. When you shop online, odds are you're either buying from Amazon or from someone paying Amazon to be seen. 70% of U.S. consumers start product searches on Amazon, not Google. And it goes far beyond Prime boxes and one-click orders. Amazon owns your books, Kindle, groceries, Whole Foods, entertainment, Prime Video, doorbell, Ring, music, Alexa, medicine, Amazon Pharmacy, even your cloud data. AWS powers everything from Netflix to the CIA. This isn't retail, it's a total commerce ecosystem, quietly built over 20 years with ruthless efficiency and a smile-shaped logo. But how did we get from mall escalators to algorithmic monopolies? From food courts to fulfillment centers? The answer lies in a playbook of convenience, surveillance, and power consolidation so subtle that most people never noticed it happening. This is the story of how Amazon turned you into a lifetime customer, not by tricking you, but by giving you exactly what you wanted. Faster, cheaper, easier, until one day you looked around and realized you can't live without it, and you never left the mall. It started with free shipping. That's it. Just 2 words. But Amazon Prime wasn't a perk. It was a weapon. In 2005, Jeff Bezos launched Prime with a simple promise. Pay once. Get everything fast. At first, people thought it was too generous. 2-day shipping on millions of items? No order minimums? Just $79 a year. What they didn't realize was that Amazon wasn't trying to profit from Prime. It was trying to own your behavior. Psychologists call it the sunk cost fallacy. You've already paid for it, so you keep using it, even if it's not the best option, even if it costs you more in the long run, even if you didn't need it at all. Prime members don't just spend more on Amazon. They search less, compare less, and explore less. They stop shopping and start defaulting. Studies show that Prime members spend more than twice as much per year as non-members. Why? Because when shipping feels free, the friction is gone. You don't think twice before clicking Buy Now. You're not just buying products. You're buying speed, and speed makes you impulsive. But Prime isn't just a subscription. It's an operating system for your life. With Prime, Amazon doesn't just control what you buy. It controls what you watch, what you listen to, how you store your photos, and even how you lock your front door. It's bundled like a gift, but it functions like a cage. You're not using Amazon services. Amazon is using you to gather data, build behavioral profiles, and slowly close the ecosystem around your daily decisions. And like all the best traps, it doesn't feel like one. Here's the psychological genius of Prime. It rewards you for not thinking. You're too busy. You want it now. And they've designed everything to make sure you never even look anywhere else. The mall was a place you chose to go. Prime is a place you live without knowing it. And the more obedient you become, the more valuable you are. To Amazon, you are not the customer. You're the product that feeds the machine. Behind every one-click order is a factory of flesh. They call them fulfillment centers, a euphemism as polished and empty as a Prime box. These aren't warehouses, they're human engines, optimized, surveilled, and discarded. Amazon operates over 1,100 fulfillment centers worldwide. Inside, tens of thousands of workers move in synchronized chaos, managed not by people, but by algorithms. Your order of paper towels? It didn't just appear at your door. It triggered a cascade of micro-decisions, calculated by software and executed by a worker on the floor within minutes. And if that worker hesitated, even for a second, they were flagged. Every step is tracked, every pause is measured. Amazon uses what it calls time-off-task metrics to monitor how long an employee stops scanning items, whether to use the bathroom, tie a shoe, or just breathe. Too much time off task? You're coached, then written up, then gone. In some facilities, turnover exceeds 150% per year, a number so high that it's functionally designed churn. Jeff Bezos once told executives that workers who stay too long become complacent, that fresh legs are cheaper than loyalty. So the system burns them fast. Hire, push, discard, repeat. But it gets darker. Amazon has patented systems for automated firing, where an algorithm alone determines if you're too slow. No manager involved. You could lose your job to a spreadsheet. And all of this for your convenience. For your last-minute birthday gift. For the box you forgot you ordered. For the dopamine hit of opening something new. You didn't pay shipping, but someone paid everything else. This is not retail. This is a machine that treats humans like interchangeable parts until it can replace them with robots. And it's already trying. In 2022, Amazon unveiled Sparrow, a robotic arm that can pick individual items just like a human hand. In 2023, they introduced Digit, a bipedal warehouse robot that walks upright and carries packages. Because the future of fulfillment isn't faster delivery, it's no humans at all. The mall at least gave people jobs. Amazon's empire, it gives you boxes and takes away everything else. You think of Amazon as a store, but it's not. Amazon is a shadow empire, and the store is just the storefront. The real power is underground, invisible, and everywhere. The part you see, the deliveries, the Alexa speakers, the 2-day shipping, that's just the bait. What you don't see is what makes Amazon one of the most powerful corporations in the world. Start with this. 1/3 of the internet runs on Amazon. You read that right. Amazon Web Services, AWS, quietly powers Netflix, Reddit, Zoom, Spotify, Twitch, Disney+, and even the US government. The CIA hosts data on Amazon servers. So does NASA. So do banks, health companies, defense contractors. Amazon isn't just in your shopping cart. It's in your cloud, in your systems, in your infrastructure. And here's the kicker. AWS doesn't need your permission. You don't opt in. You just live in a world where your apps and platforms are dependent on Amazon to function. That's not a retailer. That's a utility, one with no oversight. Now add Alexa, a smart speaker that listens, always on, always waiting. Amazon says it only records when activated. But court cases and leaked documents show it accidentally records all the time. Conversations, arguments, children's voices, stored, processed, labeled. In one test, Alexa sent a recording of a private conversation to a random contact without being told to. You didn't just invite a voice assistant into your home. You invited a surveillance node, and Amazon made it adorable. And then there's the Ring doorbell. It doesn't just film your porch. It builds a real-time network of neighborhood surveillance. Amazon has partnered with over 2,000 police departments, offering video footage without a warrant, in some cases without your consent. Your home security system? It's feeding a private surveillance grid that you don't control. All of this, your shopping history, your address, your voice, your front yard, your entertainment, piped back into the same machine to refine what you're shown, to predict what you'll buy, to reinforce the only answer to every problem. Order it from Amazon. You thought you were just shopping, but step by step, device by device, you've been surrounded. What happens when there's nowhere else to shop? What happens when the mall becomes the world? That's Amazon's endgame, because it's not about giving you everything. It's about being the only thing left. In 2023, Amazon surpassed Walmart as the largest retailer in the United States. But its true goal isn't to dominate retail. It's to make competition irrelevant. Amazon sells its own brands. It also sells competing brands. It also charges those brands fees to be seen, fees to be shipped, and fees to stay competitive. In other words, Amazon wins, no matter who you buy from. Even if a small business lists on Amazon, they're often forced to pay referral fees up to 45% just to exist on the platform. And if they get too successful, Amazon copies the product, uses internal data to undercut them, and buries their listing in the algorithm. This is not the free market. This is feudal retail. You sell in Amazon's world, or you disappear. The terrifying brilliance of Amazon is this. It feels like freedom, but it functions like control. You can buy anything, but you're steered to everything Amazon wants you to buy. And when you try to leave, good luck. You've got a Prime subscription, your family photos are on Amazon Drive, your music's on Amazon Music, your kids watch Amazon Originals, your doorbell's a Ring, your smart speaker's Alexa, your Kindle has your books, your account has your entire purchase history. You're not a customer anymore, you're infrastructure. You're a data stream feeding a platform that can outprice, outpace, and outlast any competitor. And the more you depend on it, the more power it gains. Until one day, Amazon doesn't need to win your business because it already owns it. This is the final form of the mall. Not a building, not a food court, not a hangout for teenagers, but a global operating system disguised as convenience. A closed loop. An invisible monopoly. A velvet cage. We thought Amazon killed the mall, but it didn't. It just absorbed it into a system you never chose, but can no longer live without.